Hello and welcome back to Tabmania episode 3. My name is Tabika and we are back in Cities Skylines 2. Last episode we worked mainly on this area up here. You'll see like all the rows of houses that I built, even the road around the outside of the perimeter. And mainly the first episode was me building here, which was the starting area. Now today I plan to work on some of this stuff over here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do around here yet, but I at least know that I want to start building in this area here and possibly down here as well, if I get the chance to. If I can as well, I might as well build over here up until like this road maybe. But again, we shall see what we get up to. If you're enjoying this series so far, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm nearly at 600 subs. Although by the time this video comes out, I may have already hit that. I honestly can't tell. I don't know what the future holds for me. Hopefully something good. But yeah, it's just a small thing I ask of you. It takes me a while to do videos. I put in a lot of effort, and it's just nice to get something in return. And I'm even going to do one of those things where I show something on screen. Look at the amount of percentage that viewers haven't subscribed. That's your opportunity now to claim your OG ticket. Say you were here before 1,000 subs or something like that. I may be a small YouTuber, but we have big ambitions here. Anyway, with that out of the way, I've just noticed something over here. That something is road connections for some reason, even though you can clearly see it is connected up. So what's going on here? That seems to have fixed it. Now I'm just gonna add this back in. There we go. Now it all should be good. Okay. Alrighty, that's one thing sorted out now. You know, something crazy I just noticed as well is I can actually get 62 tiles. I don't know why anyone would need that amount, but I do need this amount. Yeah, we can afford that. Now the next question I have is this bit of land over here. I might either flatten it out, or if you see where this bit of divot is in the ground, you would see that it leads over here. Do I perchance make the water go across this way and in, or do I just cover it up? Because I really don't need a river here, and I really don't feel like messing with water in this series. Mainly seems what happened to my last series, and the series before that, and probably the series before that as well, and every other time I play this game, and that is, of course, flooding. I don't want to necessarily build this close to the water, especially at that low to the ground, which may come as an issue at some point. I'm hoping not. All I do know, though, is I need to build a freeway intersection over here that links off this way, and most likely another one over here. So if I was to incorporate this design and have water flowing through here, I would either have to have the intersection over here or over here. Now over here makes sense, but I ideally want it over here. The other thing I can do for now, which is probably what I'm going to do anyway, is reserve this land just in case I need to do something with it. So I'm gonna build like up until here, and same on the other side up until about here, leaving this space untouched. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So for now I'm gonna grab this height, and I'm gonna start flattening out this area over here. So to save you some time, let's turn this area into this area. Welcome to the flatlands, where I may start building stuff soon. You may notice that I'm not quite finished in this area yet, and that is because I gotta raise up the road and the train line and the power lines. All three of those have to come up, which I may need to go back into the map selection and just buy these tiles right here. Okay, now I do still need more demand. I will work on that eventually, don't you worry. But in order for that to happen, I need to work on this area over here first. So I may head into a time lapse, and what I'm going to do is make this train about the same height as this. Then I need to make the road go up onto the same level, as well as the train lines and the power lines. I'll need to edit this road as well, possibly. And I may end up building a new freeway. Whether I do that all now or later on in the episode, that's what I have planned. So without further ado, let me turn this road into something that looks more aesthetically pleasing, as well as this stuff. I want to build a bridge over here that looks cooler than what we've got going on so far. But yeah, let's just make this area look pretty. So let's head into a time lapse. Here we go. Alrighty, I am done. I apologize if that took so long. This bridge was giving me a pain. I found out what the issue was, and I fixed it. Finally. That's probably one of the reasons why it took so long. The other reason was building this intersection, and I will explain the rest of what I did in a moment. Firstly, I want to start off by saying I just worked on this, and oh my god, does it look pretty. Oh my god, look at it. I built this. I designed this myself. It is probably actually one of the more prettier intersections I've ever built. Like, ever in the history of me playing this game. Yeah, so basically what we have going on here, where the freeway used to carry on from here, dragging up this way, I have decided that I'm gonna move this freeway down here instead. That's because I'm going to be building a lot of stuff over here anyway, and this will be a great freeway to serve for this part of the world. So you'll see I just use this little curve and went around here and into the main intersection here, and then obviously this freeway here will carry on this way, linking up with more parts of this side of the island, and then obviously, like I said, this freeway will carry out this island as well as this island area over here, even including this part, and eventually heading back to the mainland. For the sake of this series, this up here is all of the mainland. This will be the main island. This will be like a industry island, I guess, and all of these will be like waterfront housing and stuff. Eventually, if I can anyway. Maybe even like a city up here somewhere. I definitely want a city over here, and even something like here. Oh, and definitely something over here. So I'm gonna have 4 major cities, basically one in each corner, that each serve a purpose. But it's always great to start off with freeways first, as well as, you know, your essentials like your train lines, your power lines, everything else. So that way, when it comes time to building stuff, you'll have the things necessary for that. And another thing I've always tried to keep clear of is making corridors for yourself. You ever wonder why this isn't filled in yet? Corridors. All the stuff necessary for when I eventually come time to adding in train lines and other random stuff that I need to add in. So by building out corridors, I allow myself space for me to build, you know, like train lines and stuff, like I just previously mentioned. And all of this is like sort of playing out in my head, so I kind of know where I want things to go. Like when I was working on this train line here, like this did follow the original route of the original freeway that was here, but I think adding this nice gentle gradient of curving upwards and into here makes it look so much better, and that way I have this whole area to eventually probably build a railway yard for the industry that's going to be plonked here. Actually, one thing I do need to check is wherever it is, air pollution. Yeah, okay. So it seems like this is going to be more the industry focused side of the world. I will of course have some industry like up here and wherever else I need it. Industry will go mostly this side. Housing and cities and stuff will go up here and wherever else. What about this? Yeah, see, this is what I'm trying to avoid, is industry growing over to where the houses are, which is not very good for your citizens. So, anyway, let me know what you think of this intersection down in the comments below. I would really like to see what your feedback is on this. It's probably most likely the thumbnail or one of them. But anyway, moving to here, I may do a future waterway here. That's why I've just left it as it is for now. So I've added bridges here and here, just in case. But yeah, so moving this way, you may notice in the time-lapse I did work on this area over here. I added a new town by extending some roads out here and up here, and I modified this intersection right here. As was once a simple trumpet interchange, I then cut it up a little bit and made a road go through here, connecting up with this road as seen here, as well as this bypass up here for the local traffic. And for now I've just got this side of the road hooked up with this part. Not the best looking, but it will have to do the job. Until I get more roads placed in or more tiles reclaimed, then I will start working on other stuff, or making it look prettier. But this is what I had to work with for now, and that is what we are going with. I still hope this isn't going to be clogged up too much. I still want people to use this freeway if possible. That would be nice. It seems more people would need to go into this area rather than, I don't know, let's say this area or this area. Then it kind of makes sense for people to go up in here, which is why I added that in the first place. But I wanted a decent volume of cars. Let me just unpause it real quick so you can see it in action. That's another thing I needed to do, is just let the game play out for a little bit. Oh, and speaking of that, you may notice down here we now have a population of 100,000. Even my money's not doing too bad at 60 million. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent, I would say. Oh man, look at this. But it's nice to know that people are finding this intersection useful, that being the traffic. Now, the other reason why the time lapse was so long was not only because I had to build a lot, but there was also noise in the background, which you probably would have heard, and that's not very pleasant. Which kind of worked in fine because I had a lot to build anyway, so yeah. But anyway, we do have more demand, so I shall probably work on this area up here maybe? I guess. We're always gonna have more demand for housing, aren't we? Oh yeah, and back to that thing about corridors, this is one right here as well, in case you're wondering why I chipped out this notch. Alrighty, so following this cutout here, so I'm gonna build a road right here. I'm also gonna build some roads leading off of that, like so. I may as well connect up this road as well, and I may even upgrade that actually to this. So something like that we'll have to do. Now I can bring this road down to here. I will also bring this road down this way. I've decided that I'm actually going to bring this road here and then into there, where I'm going to fill in this small gap with more shops, like so. I think I am going to put a roundabout here. Yeah, they take up a lot more space, but I think it's necessary for this area. Doesn't take up too much space anyway. I've just remembered about this area, and I might as well just fill this bit in. There's not much I'm going to be able to do here anyway. However, I do remember something that I probably should be adding, and that is of course education, because that's something we need. I think what I may do is build a road here that will connect up back to there, and hopefully, never mind, doesn't fit. Okay, let me place it first, and then I can build around it. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about upgrading stuff. Alright, anyway. Relocate to this road. That will do. Now I should build some more of them. Up here's not a bad spot actually. Yeah, let's add another one. Alrighty, there we go. I've added some more education, that being the first bit of that I did here. Then over here, I added some here, which come to think about it now, I should probably add a college up here as well. Seems I can fit one in, I will. And obviously do the upgrades for that. Much, much better. Okay, and then, yeah, from there, I added another bit over here, which this looks really cool. I'm sort of using the roads with the parking lots on them. But yeah, we got a small elementary school with the add-on. We got the high school here. We got a college here, and that's add-on. And all in all, this is coming together quite nicely. So good use of space there. I sort of left it there so I could actually do stuff with it, which later on I will probably add a station under here, like an underground metro or something, so that can serve its purpose there. And yeah, this is coming together really well. I'm quite proud of what I've achieved in this episode. I will obviously add more stuff as time goes by, but I'm going to turn my attention back to this side because I left unfinished. And another thing I just remembered about, even though it happened a while ago, was the fact that I did unlock Huge City. That was during the first time lapse earlier, and I just forgot to mention it, so get mentioned. Anyway, I want this road to go to about here, where then I will bring it up to here, like that, because I'm going to have this road go to this side of the freeway. Let's go to about here, but this road is to serve over this side. There will still be an intersection right about here though, but I'm going to work on that probably in a future episode. That'll do. Okay, now I should be able to add these buildings in here. I'm gonna build a road here, so that way I can separate these buildings from a lower density building, which I'm gonna add here. May as well extend this road just about there, just so I can add this in. So that way I can finish off this area with low density housing. Okay, that should be fine to unpause now. I'm gonna add some shops here, some shops here. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do something here, and I'm gonna upgrade this road to have a slip lane. And I may even do the same just there as well, which will cause more traffic jams, but I don't know. See how we go with that. Alright, the next thing I need to work on that I've only just noticed now is if I go down to this bottom corner, it will say high crime risk. I also need to add mail and internet. So that is what I'm going to work on right now. Alrighty, and there we go. Hopefully the high crime risk will go down. By next episode it might. In that time lapse, we did unlock Gran City, which is pretty good. Now I need to add a hospital for these guys over here. Just one thing after another really. I think a good spot for one would be right here. Put that across the road, and hopefully I can fit this in here. Yes, I can. Perfect. Now, let me upgrade that. Let me upgrade these. Yes. Now, did I upgrade this one as well? Probably not. Nope. That's better. And then the last one down here. One there, one there, one there, done. And while I'm at it, I may as well add a hospital up here. Seems we will need it. Let me just build a road that goes here and bring it down here, where I shall find the hospital, build the hospital, and all its other ingredients. What? I don't know. Anyway, we need these. That's done. Nice. Hopefully that should go down as well, and we should see happiness on the rise. Just quickly, I am going to build a road here that I can bring this road down, and then hopefully this place will have enough space for what I need to build. Not quite. Oh, can add it here though. And yeah, I'm just gonna add some crematoriums into there, and I'll chuck this in. Another crematorium there as well. Okay, there we go. Now I have this little setup here, so that should be going good. Hopefully they should be fine. And now, the last thing that I'm going to do in this video. I'm not sure how many times I've said it, but this is going to be the last thing I'm going to be doing this episode. And that something is renaming some roads. First and foremost, let's start with this one right here. I'm gonna name this Mainland Island Freeway State Route 1. Yeah, this is a tongue twister of a name, but we are going with it. Same on the other side. Even these bits get named. So that's road 1 done. The next road I'm gonna work on is this one right here. And I think for this one I'm going to do Main Coast Freeway State Route 2. Same with that side. And hopefully the whole thing should be named. If I was to do something like that. Same for the other side. Now obviously when it gets to here it will cut off. Alrighty, the next freeway we're going to work on is this one over here. And I'm going to go with Sidelands Freeway State Route 3. I feel that some of these may be temporary names, only because I will probably come up with better names later. I only named it Sideland because it's off to the side and there's multiple lands. Yeah, that's really all. And last but not least is this freeway right here. And for lack of a better name, Outerland Freeway State Route 4. Like I said, we'll probably change at some point when I come time to building future stuff. But yeah, the only thing that will remain the same is obviously the state route number. So State Route 1, State Route 2, State Route 3, and State Route 4. And that's all I've got for that. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do apologize if it is a long video with time lapses and stuff going on and things happening in the background. But hey, we did get a lot of progress done today. Mainly over here, which I'm really excited to continuing working on. But hey, look at this, man. It's a start. This is a work of art right here. And yeah, obviously we'll work on more stuff in next week's video. Probably stuff over here, as well as some more stuff over this side. And quite possibly stuff over here. And maybe I can fill this gap in as well. I can't get too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, anyway, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share, notificate for more. That always helps me out quite a bit. Like I did mention at the start of the video, I'm nearing 600 subscribers at the time of recording this. I don't know what it would be on release date, hopefully more. And hopefully I'll see you in next week's video. See ya!